Every website and every file on the internet has a web address. Here, you see a web address that shows an image file. Let's start with something more simple. border-radius.com/index.html. Here you're given the domain name, border-radius.com, which tells you the base location on the internet the web page is at. After the domain name is the file name, index.html. The slash is used to separate the location and the file name. What happens in this case is the web browser goes to the specified location, border-radius.com, retrieves the index.html file, and then displays it. Let's look at a more advanced web address. In this case, w3schools.com is the domain name. Tags is a folder at this location, and a file called default.asp is inside the tags folder, and that's what is being displayed here. Notice if we delete the file name and just give the path to the file, the page is still displayed. How does the web browser know which file to show if only a path is specified? Web browsers will look for certain file names. So if you don't specify a file name, as long as you have one of these basic file names at the location given, the web browser will know to retrieve and display that file. The same is true of the previous example. If I delete index.html and press enter, it will display the page. Now let's go back to the original web address we saw. Here's the domain name, followed by a bunch of folder names. Inside of all of the folders is a file called html.jpg. Now notice .jpg is an image file, so we are not looking at a web page. We are looking at one single image. Web browsers can display many types of files, including image files, PDFs, and of course HTML files for web pages. What if I take off the html.jpg here? In this case, there are no files at this location in which the web browser will automatically display. The web browser then tries to display a list, or index, of the folder's contents. However, the permission for this folder are not set to public, so access is forbidden. Error codes result when addresses entered into web browsers fail. When you're trying to look at a file or folder that you don't have permission to access, a 403 error is generated. What if I went to a website that didn't exist at all? Here I'm going to jakeweb.net/monkey.html. The domain name does exist, but the file at that location, monkey.html, doesn't. This results in a 404 page not found error. And that, my friends, is all I have to say about web addresses.